That's the beautiful thing about the Ummah.
Yeah.
It is family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like once you extend them greetings, we brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, like it's like when I travel a lot. So when I'm on the road and somebody once they greet me, like your whole mood changes. You know what I'm saying? It's like your whole vibe, especially like if you're somewhere, because I'm spoiled. I'm from Philadelphia, which I call Philistan.
Shout out.
I'm from Philistan where it's like everybody Muslim. So it's like I'm used to just walking out the house and everybody salamming you. So when I be on the road, I go on tour and I'm in like Alabama, and let's say I walk into a spot and somebody greets me, I'm like so excited, like, you Muslim? Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the way it should be. It's instructed that when somebody greets you, you greet them the same or better.
Yeah, or how about with those people that you greet them, but they don't greet you back?
Well, that's a major sin. You know what I mean? Like you won't have to answer for that. Like, because like I said, you know what I mean? The sunnah is if somebody greets you, you greet them the same or better. Yeah, that's like even when people like like new shahadas be so excited. You know what I mean? Like, assalamu alaikum.
There's no excitement in it.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? You greet them the same or better. So it's like so even if somebody is dry, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam, brother. How's the brother?
Come back
all is well. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
and you'll see that'll change their energy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like. And that's the easiest way to receive blessings and barakahs is to greet somebody with the greeting. It's so easy. It's so simple.
That's the smallest bit.
I be greeting everybody, bro. I be shout out. Like I see it, people, especially like with the beards. You know what I mean? I see a beard. I'm like, I like them. And somebody like, peace, bro. I'm like, oh. I be mad. Like, you know what I mean? But we gotta treat people well. We the best of humanity, so we gotta act that way. We gotta carry ourselves that way at all times. Inshallah.
So right now, I don't know if you know about our dynamic. I'm from Egypt, my man. Grown in Virginia, and I grew up here in Virginia. Came in when I was about 2 years old, and some things that he's experienced and I've experienced is that
you from Virginia, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm Virginia. Yeah. American,
Egypt
bro.
bloodlines though. Mashallah.
Yeah, mashallah, bro. Shout out to Aswan, Nubia, El Decca. I shout out all my people out there. You know, if you're listening. But so like there's one thing that Jabril was going through is that when he moved up here, like whether it was like the Pakis, the Afghanis, the Indians, the Indonesians, whatever it was, like, he would say "Assalamu alaikum," they just wouldn't respond, kind of look at him like.
Yeah, bro, it was the wildest thing. Because down in Norfolk, we have small communities. So like you say "Assalamu alaikum," you just family, people you've known like, forever. But you come up here, I see a Muslim woman at Walmart and I'm like, hey, "Assalamu alaikum." She looked at me like,
you blow me
what? And I'm like, yo, this what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And so we
you got to be careful with that because actually, if a sister's by herself, you're really not supposed to greet her. You know what I mean? You gotta look that up. So you know what I mean? Like if a sister's by herself, because it could cause fitna. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it's a group of sisters, you can lower your gaze and slam them. But like if it's a sister by herself, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is that dependent on like age as well?
I don't have the hock on that, so we'll have to look that up. But like, I mean, you know better. You know,
what I mean? You'll know exactly. And so I'm referring to like,
if you're on Walmart, yeah, sound like yeah, I mean, you know what you're doing.
How you doing?
But but you know what? Don't feel isolated with that. What you just said, because that's something that goes on and it's not right, and we got to make dua for that because. I actually went through something like that. Like the community I had moved in was like all Arabs, and it was like
out here in Philly.
No, it was like suburbs, like outskirts of Philly. You know what I'm saying? Allah has blessed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm living real good, mashallah. But where I was living at this time was all Arabs, and it really hurt my feelings because I'm greeting them and literally like you said, ignoring me. And this one brother, man, one day he greeted me so beautifully and I greeted him back and we built a bond. To this day, he's one of my best friends, Ahmed. And because we got close, it kind of like brought me closer to the other Muslims. And then like 3 Ramadans ago, like we started doing iftars together and I would bring a couple of the brothers from the hood. And you know what I mean? We literally sit on the floor with these brothers, real traditional, and now, bonding and growing. So sometimes it just takes an olive branch. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes it takes a conversation. You got to be better. Imagine if you was the one to make it where it wasn't like that. Because what happens is you just get so used to it. Now you walking by that Packy brother and you don't even greet him no more.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
He took you out of your character.
Right. And imagine if I held that, like my new project I'm working on, is 5 tracks on there. 3 are done by a brother from Pakistan, a brother who's now one of my brothers now. And a couple of years ago, I used to look at them the same way as you. Like I was literally wouldn't even want to just say nothing. But now you fall in the same sin as them, if not worse, because now you're not greeting your Muslims. So it's like, keep greeting them, greeting them. Allah probably gonna triple your blessings because eventually something gonna give. Like look at me, like I had the one brother who now, like to this day, I'm talking about this brother has come to my home and given other people shahada. You know, this brother's come to my home. This brother has, not even when I didn't need it, blessed me with all types of halal food. He owned a restaurant, so he'll, he go to Restaurant Depot, get a whole bunch of meats and stuff like that. What you need, brother? I'm like, I don't need nothing. Man, take it anyway. You know what I mean? Lamb, seafood, everything. You know what I mean? And this is the same brothers who I used to look at, they think they better than me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I know y'all know I'm Muslim because they come over here and they was like, a lot of them get Americanized because of all the stigmas of 9/11 and stuff like that. So I'm walking out with thobe on, kafaya on, big beard. I'm looking like I'm in Saudi. I'm walking in a masjid because it was times where I can't make it to my masjid. So they had a little musalli up there. I would go in there, be the only only American period. They literally did the whole khutbah in Arabic. Yeah. I would be in there literally waiting for the prayer, and I would have my headphones on, listening to the khutbah in Philly because I couldn't understand the whole khutbah. Yeah. And then I would pray with them. And literally imagine being in a room full of Muslims and nobody's being loving, nobody's even speaking to me.
It's rough, man.
It's rough, but what you here for? Am I here for them?
No,
here for Allah.
I'm there for Allah.
Yeah.
And imagine when they start looking back every time and seeing a brother with the tattoos. He here again. He here again. He here again.
Oh, he consistent.
Oh, he praying. Oh, he praying. Oh, he got the Quran open. Oh. And they hear me talk. They might hear me on the phone. Oh, he know a little bit of Arabic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he bringing other people now. Oh, the imam is talking to him. You know what I mean? A lot of times it be stuff like that. Like, even when I told y'all about like a certain network, I don't want to say their names because I don't want to point out my people. But I went to a certain network of people, and I remember feeling like not welcomed at one point until they seen the higher ups welcoming me. You know what I mean? Like I had, I got American scholars who I talk on the phone with. I got imams who I talk on the phone with, mashallah, who advise me and who give me a lot of, just priceless dawah and just different things, just not even just about Islam, but about life, about business, different people I could reach out to. Like, that's one thing I've been blessed with this ummah. Like, the who's who, I can literally get on the phone or FaceTime and talk to them. You know what I mean?
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to watch more videos, just click these down here. And we'll see you in the next one. Salam.